It's sad to make this nice music go away, but good morning, everyone. How's it going for you? Thursday? Almost Friday. Good morning, Sparka. About to sleep. Good night. Good evening, I guess. Alright. The plan for today is as usual. Go and check some games from the tournament. And if Yellow has the link to that game, I would like to see. Oh, also I found a very cool game this morning. I don't know if you guys are aware of that tournament going on, so I will just share it. You find it on my YouTube. Here it is. Oh. Okay, Abema. Thanks, Sparka. Let's see that position that Yellow is talking about. It's here and here is the same position. No, the dragon is here, the dragon is not here. They're analyzing a variation. I mean, clearly bishop exchange position, but one side has two rooks and the other one has two bishops, right? Which is kind of awkward. I would prefer to have complicated, actually. There are almost no pawns left to the board. Yeah, but that benefits Gote, right? Because Sente's king is in the open. If Sente's king was on 4-8, I would prefer to be, of course, Sente, but it's not. So that's where the complication starts. All right, interesting indeed. Anyway, can I pause it? No, pause it. So there is this tournament going on that's called the new Gingas Sen, the new universe. I guess Ginga was like universe. Silver, Milky Way. Forgot. Ginga was, I was Milky Way, yeah. Like new Milky Way, new galaxy, yeah? And if you look closely at the names, you will see that you have people like Fujisota, but also you have people like Yamane Kotomi, which is Lady Protudan. You have Hirose, but also you have Ito Sae, which is Lady Meiji, or I guess was. And so on and so on. Nishiyama is here, Satomi is on the other bracket. So it's like every third second person is Lady Pro. And all of those are top players from both Kishi and Jirikishi world. And for example, this video here is Satomi playing against Sata Mahiko in a very exciting game. I watched this today, it's totally worth watching. And I think I was invited to this tournament before I moved from Japan as well, but unfortunately I moved, so funny enough. I'm not sure if it was this tournament or I think it was this tournament. So I could have been there, but I'm not. So anyway, I think it's like super interesting. Also, they use this Biomi where Fisher rule, right? When you click, you play a move, you get 10 seconds back type of setting, which makes it very exciting to watch. So yeah, I recommend it to you. I'm gonna put it on the Discord. Pro Word, yeah. And the thumbnail is also epic as well. All right, so enough of the Pro Word news. Ferret! No, it's Toad. It's Toad, not a ferret. I guess it's not. It's like a weasel, I guess. Okay. Anyway, we go back to the TT series, where we're gonna talk. Yeah, see how the tournament moved. Starting with TTK as always. Today I found there's an app called Neko Shogi where you can play multiple pieces and each piece has a cooldown. I mean, was it called like that? Because there was another app with the similar idea. I'm not sure if they copied it or it was the original one. But yeah, the problem was like king is faster than the rook, so if you checkmate the king with the rook, it was pointless or something. We did this with Time Zombie on stream once, I remember, like half year ago. Yeah. Oh, real-time battle shogi. That's the one, yeah. I think it was on Steam or something even. Anyways, yeah, that idea has been there before, so I'm pretty sure they copied it simply. All right, so round 4 finished. We are in round 5, which means that we are at the half time of the tournament. Let's see how far it went. So there was a great upset in TTK, mainly because an occurrence happened, one of which personally I'm slightly upset. I gave a deadline extension for this game and it ended quite abruptly. And this one, it was also a misclick, so it's gonna be quite interesting because Lincoln was leading with 3 points, but because of that misclick, suddenly we have like 3 people having 3 points, right? So if Lincoln would win that game, he had good chances to keep the lead position. And that misclick, yeah, cost him a lot, basically. Then we had Melkor and Lily, who played, I think, on either Monday evening. Yeah, Monday evening, which is, as you guys know, past the deadline. So anyway, and upset with Lincoln is that he played his... The knight disappeared. Played his usual right side king, and I think Eon prepared for it, because attacking on the edge seems like something he planned. This shape seems like something he planned. Big fight happened. And it wasn't like clear who's winning or anything. This knight drop is particularly painful because you will have double knight attack. So here Lincoln started counter-attacking. Yeah, his king defenses are gone, but he started counter-attacking. And Eon was forced to drop the gold, which lowered his attacking power. And therefore, like, the game turned around slowly, I would say. So Lincoln eventually like brought the horse. As we know, horse in the defense is worth a lot. Not sure if we have to take that lens, but like honestly, this looks winning too, but am I missing something? I don't know. Lincoln started to run away. I'm also not sure about this move, by the way, but Lincoln started to run away. And he put his dragon on this diagonal, right? So Eon is targeting that with this check next, possibly. So Lincoln escapes early. And if he were to go here, Like, you cannot stop the entering king. Right? The king can go here, can go here. If you take, we take. It's quite unstoppable because Ian has only 3 knights and 1 lance. But what happened is... It can be stopped? Okay. But what happened is Lincoln played here. Which basically gave away his dragon and ended the game abruptly. Alright, Ian has to prove me wrong, so let's see. Knight drop, 3-2. Takes here. But you don't have to take here. Like, why don't you play there? Anyway. Anyway, the pain is the misclick. Yeah, quite painful, and it ended abruptly. So normally you would say, oh, don't worry, you're very strong, you can do it, you know how we say. The problem is in tournaments like this, and in a pro world at the same time, by the way, this type of mistake may delete your previous success. So for example, here Lincoln had 3 points, right? So if it happens that this one misclick costed him this 1 point, which cost him to challenge the title, that means 4 months of work went for nothing, right? So similar things happens in a pro world in more severe scale, when you have tournament once per year, and if you had, you know, played amazingly, surprised all your opponents, and then you just lost 1 game, and then you lost in playoffs, boom, you're out, yeah? It's a lot of pressure and stress. So I just wanted to point out how big that one misclick is, and also show you that in pro world similar feelings occur. All right. So next we have Lily versus Melkor, which was, I was excited about it. Yeah, Lily versus Melkor. And they didn't manage to schedule the game in deadline, so I accepted for them to extend it, and it was all fine. But then we ended up having this position. TTK, my friends. So yeah, TTK was full of pain this round. As you can see on the picture attached. Which is especially painful because, as you guys know, Lily didn't play in TTQ, so I assume she's gonna give her best. I think it was like late for her or something like this, or early. Maybe she wasn't awoken up fully, I don't know, but it's just painful to see as a organizer, as a teacher. Yeah, well, but those things happened. So if you guys play in lower tournaments, those things happen even at the highest level. Yeah, don't worry about your Shogi. Then we had a Light win against Clevine. Light being the TTM winner last season, won against King last season. So this just shows that Light was underrated horribly. Koshiro won against Termarch. That was actually to be expected because Koshiro was also the challenger a few times. He was playing against Enu, he was playing against Clevine, so Koshiro is like the biggest veteran here. This game, what happened was Anaguma, simply. Yeah, Light gained like this huge advantage here, and then he defended well, which ended up basically him winning here. Yeah, somehow he got huge advantage very early. But that's Anaguma as well. If you guys are interested in Ibisha Anaguma, this is a game that you should definitely check for yourself. Okay. Oh, it was DC actually. Is it even worse than the drama? Oh god, the drama is even worse. Is it DC? It is. No, it's. Oh yeah, it is DC. Oh my god, it's even worse. It was the most cursed round, definitely. Oh god. Yeah, I assumed, like, when I was watching this game, because I watched it very quickly, I was just putting who won. I assumed that he resigned because there are 2 dragons and a bishop exchange and he has no attack. But DC? God, that's even worse. Yep. Well, I was explaining it to myself, saying it's the half of the tournament, like concentration starts to cut down. The ambition is being faced with reality, stuff like this. It happened during analysis, I see, Contenti. I know they are blocked by the Cold War. But it's terrifying. One simple way to avoid misclicks would be for page to give you a chance to cancel the move. Oh, that's hard to implement. I know that some Go servers, they allow you to click and then to confirm the move. And then cancel or move or whatever, but... Or double click option, yeah. I mean, it's not a big problem, I think. Like misclicks. The problem I had once is that I misclicked. I did a Nifu because the way the Komadai worked, when you select a pawn, it was selecting the knight because of the, we call it hitbox, right? I mean, I assume it's hard to implement for Hidechi, who isn't a programmer, to my knowledge, and I believe there's something like server delays, and 81 Dojo already has problem with acknowledging. For example, last week Melkor made a move, and the server decided to tell him he ran out of time. So if 81 Dojo has trouble with that, implementing something on top of that, I think would be problematic, right? Because there are already errors that weren't fixed. Anyway, and also you would have to implement something that's intuitive for Shogi players, and something like canceling moves within 5 seconds seems awkward. For example, when you select a piece in 81 Dojo, it shows your opponent which piece was selected, so then it would like mess up the... Okay, anyway, that's not for me for a problem to think about this. I think like the double click thing would be good. As like, so far I met it in Go servers, so I think that's natural, more natural looking. But 5 seconds seems a lot in Shogi, you know? Especially that you play the last movie like 1 second. How the server is supposed to interpret that? It's like, yeah. Anyway, interesting discussion. Thank you for the follow, Lexi. So this is TTM. TTM. Let's see. TTM Rida has 4 points. Cambui from Brazil has 4 points. And then we have Dudu, Rina, Victor, and so on, so on. Viredin and Novoiska, okay. 2 big people creeping behind. So far, the most notable is perhaps Cambui winning against Dudu, because it's second winning against third person. Rina losing to Rida seems big as well, because direct confrontation is one of the points for tiebreaker, so those will be big. Yeah, let's see what happened on the first board. Oh, I didn't delete this. Whoops. My bad. I should have deleted this. Killer Ducky goes down. I'd like to watch some Killer Ducky game a little bit. And then we said, who's the second Kambui? Yeah, Kambui, where are you? Am I missing? Oh, this is the Kambui. Yeah, okay, so Rida. Rida is here, so we can compare those two games. Yes, slow for bullet, I agree. If you misclick in reality, there is no save isolate. Also, yeah, I agree. I was talking in general for sites like Lichess or GES, Chess.com, Shogi, particularly when something prestigious tournaments are run there, 5 seconds an arbitrary number, and the feature could be get auto-disabled when you only have few minutes remaining on the clock. The double-click idea is great too. And yeah, Lichess and so on do have more move confirmation. Oh, they do have. Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, so could be an option, I agree. For example, I don't know if you can cancel promotion. Like on some pages you can, here you cannot, in my app you can. So here when you realize, oh no, I misclicked, sometimes it allows you to cancel, here it doesn't. Here it's brutal. Oh, you moved your piece, promote! B word. Anyway. No take backs. But yeah, 81 Dojo has been a brutal server to begin with, right? So, yeah. So here we have Dudu going with Simba Bogin. Oh, what? Really? You don't go for this? What is happening? Oh, this. Is it? How is it gonna work in this case? Like take goes here type of a deal? Are we afraid of this perhaps? I mean, we have, okay, if we go here and the bishop makes a check and take it with the knight and the rook is protected. But if we go here, then we lose the rook, right? All right, maybe that's the point. Okay, but the rook can go here, but then we drop pawn and arrive at the same position, right? Maybe that's the problem. In that case, we shouldn't have played this, right? Because we just wasted a move, or even two. Ah, Victor C game for Ureshino. Let me open that as well. Victor C. Right. So we go left side king, okay? Oh, big decision here by Kambui. And then we just overpowered them, yeah? Yeah. Yeah, Kambui Shogi seemed to be very, very calm. Like, he moved the king here once, like, very calm. Told me. Yeah, strong, wasn't it? Rida. So now we have to compare Rida to Kambui. Ooh, Rida, aggression. Rida is just the aggression. Wasn't there a move? Like, was it? This is Joseki, is it? But there. Okay, yeah. And then we used the gold to capture the bishop, but we didn't. Okay. But I think this is also kinda good for Rida. He has an attack. Oh, Erwin goes in. Okay. Bishop that cannot promote here, right? It looks weird, but the bishop is on the wrong diagonal. It's not on this diagonal, so we don't have as good attack. I also wonder, Iglo, like it would break the thinking time. Here we have thinking time per move, right? So you would have to break that. Like you would have to add those 5 seconds, which is kind of weird, and it wouldn't show the reality. Kind of weird. And now that the bishop is here, it seems like Erwin's in trouble, basically. Knight jump. It's so powerful opening this line. And the bishop almost taken. And it's a checkmate. Yeah. Beautiful ending. Yeah, so Rita seems to not be afraid to take the crazy variations. So did they play with each other? Rita versus... they playing this round. Okay, I'm really excited for this game now. The calm Shogi versus the brave Shogi. What kind of game is going to be? Really excited for that. Okay, I just wanted to see how Killer Duck is doing. He's not playing the Killer the Duck strategy. He's playing Anaguma. Oh my. Okay. Gaston broke the Anaguma. Big fight. I have no idea who's winning here. This is so crazy. Ooh, but Gaston finally delivered to main. Yeah, the king was weakened for a very long time, so Killer Ducky didn't have time to react. So I think Gaston got a nice advantage in the beginning, like forcing this silver to move. Normally gold takes, but I think maybe we are afraid of this happening. Maybe that's why. So, yeah, this engagement by Gaston, very interesting, right? In the end. I agree. Yeah, it is. Welcome, welcome. Good morning. So, let's see the Ureshino that was suggested by MK. Ureshino. I was thinking of making Ureshino video next because I didn't do it in a long time. Today I'm gonna read the book, tomorrow I'm gonna record the video, I was thinking. This way. I mean... Okay, we're afraid of takes, silver drop, rook moves, takes, pawn promotion, knight takes, pawn drop. Also, this king went over here, so okay, I missed that move. King going here is a very interesting idea. The victor is attacking over here, but since the king went there, it feels less of a severe. What opening is Sirius playing? This is called the twisting rook opening. The rook usually goes here, the king goes here, and then the rook goes here. Hineribisha. This is something I played against Ureshin on my stream a while ago as well. The idea is you bring the king, I mean, particularly in this opening, as I said, the idea is to bring the king away from this side of the attack. I think it makes sense. Okay. This way, defending, attacking the rook. Ooh, this is overplay, I think. Now we have the silver promotion, but we don't have any follow-up. And Victor punishes it by exchanging all the pivotal pieces. So now Sirius literally have only one attacking gold, and I think it looks good for Victor. I think it was fair to just push this and like slowly activate this bishop over here, or with an exchange even. Because you have this vanguard pawn, right? So I thought it was good, but we went a little bit too strong. I don't know yellow. It's very... I think both are possible. Like this is early opening. Both are good moves. The problem with floating the rook now is that we don't have any square to put it on. And we should consider this exchange, and also if the rook comes here, the bishop might attack it. So king move makes sense if we put the king here, I think. Because now the enemy is prepared to attack here, I think it makes sense to move the king away in this timing as well. Yeah, we really would like to go there. But we have this sacrifice, right? Maybe rook takes instead. Then we get silver advantage, right? I mean, pawn promotion is still a problem, right? Maybe that's the problem. We go here. Silver drop, silver promotion. And the rook is captured. If we go here, silver drop, the same thing will happen. Or if we leave it be, this is a checkmate threat, which is very unpleasant, right? So this is, I think that in the end, this is a very nice move by Sirius. And perhaps this is a proper defense, one of at least. Yeah, I think it's great exchange here. But this is definitely over attack. The gold is just doing nothing, right? The bishop came here, but it feels a little bit too late. And yeah. Oh, nice silver drop. Yeah, so this silver basically took the bishop and took the gold, which means we got a free bishop. Free bishop well for the stocking, technically speaking. And Victor is playing perfectly over here right now. And going for Hishi. This is Tsume, right? This was Tsume actually. For example, yeah. Was already checkmate. But this is Hishi as well. Beautiful. Like calm shogi from Victor. Very strong. Interesting game. Alright, so that's the Masters. Yeah, next time I really want to watch those two games. Those three games, actually, I'm really excited about. We have Rina versus Victor. So Victor we just watched now. Rina, very strong player. With this Japanese avatar. I'm not sure if Japanese living abroad, actually. Case of Rina. Rina. Sensitive. Brazil, actually Brazil. So yeah, it could be like Brazil is like you never know. Like they have a lot of they used to have many Japanese immigrants, and there's many Japanese families living in Brazil. Therefore, shogi culture is big there. It's not unusual that they speak Japanese and know shogi well. It's a very exciting country, shogi-wise, yeah. So in case of Rina, I assume it's he, but when I say Rina, it sounds like female. They have this tobe, fly, avatar, and it makes me think they understand some Japanese, yeah. Okay, showdown. Showdown. So we have Sir Paddingdono. Sir Paddy or Paddingdono, which is translation of one another, I guess. On the first place with 4 points, and Andrew on second place with 4 points as well. They're gonna face each other in round 5. This is so exciting. Round 5 is gonna be so exciting. We had Tutski actually losing to Andrew, which is surprising because Tutski was a little bit perhaps overrated. We might check what happened in that game. We had Gabriela Angelo coming on the third place as well, next playing Tutski. I think they were strong as well. And then Kazimierz looked very strong, but then he lost against player number 3, which is Tutski. So those two strong players over here, I think they're like creeping behind. This is how it feels to me. So I want to see why Tutski lost. I want to see why Paddingdono is number 1. And Contenti, I assume we're gonna send the game, so Gabriel, yeah, I would like to see. So in Tutski's game, we had double swinging rook, and this is the usual shape. We have twin gold. Castle here, we're probably gonna have Mino. No, also twin gold. Mino wouldn't be surprising. And very early attack from Tutski over here. We are not allowing them to fork our pieces. This is why we floated the rook. The rook came in, but we defended. So now we have this pawn being exchanged and silver being exchanged, making this very unusual middle game position. And we start to activate our rook. We already reviewed your game. Okay. So here's interesting. The rook came back. The idea is that if we promote, the silver gets developed, and suddenly this rook is under a lot of pressure. So this is very interesting play from Tutski. Instead, the gringo. I don't know if the gringo means anything, but is it Gabriel? No, that's Andrew. Okay, Andrew. Yeah, Andrew drops the silver and blocks this rook. Oh wait, this what? Wow. Okay, this looks painful. I don't know about you guys, but how did this happen? This move is perfect in this situation. So this was over optimistic, therefore, right? Because in best case, we could have exchanged the rooks and we still lose the bishop. And here, wow, we just lose one or another anyway. This is just crazy. And wow, we just go back and we lose the rook. Oh, okay, now it's gonna be one-sided, so I'm just gonna speed up, but now we see what happened. Just a big tragedy. Look at this bishop sacrifice over here. Yeah, little bit too much, I'd say. Speaking of risky ways to decide the game, yeah. Tutski doing his best to run. Oh, what's going on? Oh my gosh, I thought this game is over, but it's still going. Andrew over-attacked. It's not unusual for Tutski to win. Oh my, what is going on? What is going on? Seriously. And oh my, there are like 3 reversals in this game. Okay. Because that rook advantage is so huge, it should be over, yeah? So huge. I think silver drop here is winning alone. At a glance, yeah, I mean like silver or bringing this silver in one way or another, it's winning. Maybe like even taking this and like Like, this looks winning. This was just a big overplay. Giving a whole bishop to... So we give that rook or bishop back to the opponent, right? And then we are desperate to find an attack. I think this one was good as well. And here, maybe this, to not allow the king to escape, is slower but better. Next we target the same thing, but we target two things at the same time, right? It looks solid. Why not bishop? Oh, I think you're even better, yeah. Just take here, yeah, you're right. Just take here. Yep, this would be over yellow, you're right. Yeah, I missed it. Oh, I swear if this is a misclick. Maybe it's a misclick again? Oh no, if it's a misclick again. This round is cursed. Took you 2 minutes as well. Yeah, I mean, I'm clicking fast, so. Oh, yeah. Here the king escapes, so this is why I wanted to move my dragon here instead. Yeah, it looks like we punched too strong. 4 is unlucky, that's true. And then I'm pretty sure Tutsuki was winning. Like, especially around here. We should take the... Like, normally we would take this guard, right? Normally. But I guess the rook would get more powerful. And we get here. The fact that we drop the gold like this and give the gold to our opponent, that feels wrong, right? But the rook is very strong with the bishop here, so maybe it's not that clear. But the king was clearly pushed toward the edge, right, as a result, so... If we take, the bishop will take, the king will run. And now we only have a silver. I think that was fair as well. I mean, the scariest looking moves would be something like this, trying to surround the king. And then we have this checkmate, right? Yeah, okay, that might be scary. Oof, the king maybe isn't in that much of a... Wait, so knight drop... Wait, here we drop the silver? Here we should have moved the horse away, right? And this way they don't have a checkmate, and this way they don't have a bishop additionally. I think that was it. Although this move, I am missing this move actually. If we take it, it's checkmate. And then we go back here. Yeah. We push. Yeah, it's not easy at all. But I mean, we would be able to take, they take, or they promote. And yeah, the king is pushed back, but this rook is about to be eaten and it looks more... yeah, scary stuff. Lance drop. Yeah, lance drop also. It's like almost you want to sacrifice this rook and drop the lance, but the king can run here. Almost. The fact that this dragon cannot be taken just breaks my mind as well. Very interesting game though. Andrew has nerves of steel basically finding this endgame over here. But yeah, he should have decided the game earlier on. It was good. Okay, Serpadi, why are you number 1? Let's find out today. Playing against Synchro, using the newest strategy to attack Tanaguma. Ooh, just promoting like this? What's happening? What is happening? How is this a good move? I think Synchro is better off here, but... It's tricky. How you know he's strong in endgame? Yeah. The fact that he takes this with gold, not with the silver, is something that worries me though. But I guess we just avoid defending that line at all. Here, we don't have to take the gold, technically. We could just go here, but then they take... Yeah, maybe. I mean, Synchro still should be confident. So we had a good idea with like blocking this bishop, but now we're kind of backing away from that idea, and we have those two generals over here that like doing nothing. Sorry, I punched the mic. It's becoming awkward. This gold became like a zombie piece right now, right? Becoming a little bit awkward. The knight drop defense was very interesting. I'm looking at Synchro's gods and I'm gonna say I couldn't tell which one is the saddest one of them all. Well, this one is least sad, right? I mean, I would move it here rather, maybe not here, but because this pawn is pushed, this looks like a better defense. But I don't know. Okay, so the reason why we do it is simply because they have the knight drop, I think. Oh, we didn't even consider that as an option. Okay. So if they didn't play it, there's no reason for us to drop the silver. So I would just move the gold like this. And I mean, okay, maybe this is a risk as well if we go too slowly. Yeah. So I think what Synchro tried to do is both defend and attack, which is interesting in its own. And then the knight is here. And then I think this would be fair to say, oh, they don't have the knight anymore, so I'm gonna slow down. We have to be careful of bishop drop though. Like there's the bishop drop. It's not easy position. I think Senda still can try a lot. This pawn drop was keeping everything solid, very interesting. Okay, aggression. Yeah, I mean, in the end, not sure about the card move though. Like, especially here, I would like some more stability as an Aguma. Stability, my mind immediately thinks of the most aggressive move. Okay, great brain, thank you brain. And I would prefer to go here personally because the knight is more active than the lance. This knight is attacking, this lance is just stuck here doing nothing. I would like to get the knight instead. Synchro full defense. Look at this. Oh my gosh. What is happening right now? Okay, this is bad. This is just bad. If we're gonna drop the silver, we should drop it here. And, or maybe even here. Like, this is winning for Synchro, I think. It just, we forgot how to attack. Yeah, I mean, stable enough. Stable enough. Yeah, we had a chance, but now we're missing it and checkmate. Okay. So Padding knows how to play back, knows how to play those defensive pawn drops and so on, but the game isn't perfect, like Synchro was winning here. I think partially because we over-attacked, but that's another story. Also, this gold synchro, what are you doing? Why are you playing the god there? Why are we playing the god there? What are we defending against? Nothing. We're just wasting a move. A soul. Golden soul. Okay, I'm triggered by this. I'm so triggered by this move right now. Whoop. Okay, Gabriel, show us what you got. Yeah, he used to do Central Rook videos with me on my stream. Okay, we have the edge attack going on for us. I like to see that. I like to see aggression. I like to see... Oh, we got the gold for free. Oh, we got the knight and we're going for checkmate. And now we're getting distracted because our king was in more danger than we thought. This is a beautiful attack from Prunus. And now we have to defend a little, yeah? We didn't have checkmate yet. Trying to get Hishi. But finally we have enough courage to say, you don't have checkmate, I'm gonna win. And trying to defend the undefendable, yeah. Yeah, this attack, this feeling of attack over here, like going this and this feels really strong for Gabriel. Really like it. Just that over here we started to get lost a little bit. I mean, this looks strong. No, I mean, it was solid, right, in the end. I'm being too harsh. It was pretty solid. I mean, the question is, do we have checkmate here or not, basically? Here or here. I mean, here we got additional bishops, so that would be nice to use. Here, okay. Do we have a checkmate here is the main question. But going for Hishi makes more sense, practically speaking, right? I mean, one move we should be considering is something like bishop drop, but then I think they're gonna push this pawn and it makes an escape route, which is very unpleasant. Which is this one, yeah? Yeah, going for Hishi makes sense, right? Here they open the bishop, take the knight, get the god because we're sure we're winning, and we checkmate. Yeah, that's fair. It's fair. I mean, technically this is faster, but hey. Alright. Turning to Shodan, again, I will be very excited to watch those 3 games next. My god, round 5. Really, really exciting. Turning to Jodzu. You ready, guys, for some shogi comedy? Oh! Yeah, content. We're not gonna. We're gonna keep it for the next week. No spoilers. We need to have content for the next week. So we had Gabe's God, who's number 1, and we had Mystia Knight Sparrow, who's gonna play this round as well. We have Ko, who lost to Gabe's God recently. We should take a look at that. And we had Pulse. I think we watched this on stream, so I'm just gonna show you quickly. And we had big, I would say upset even, like Fujiwara, who seemed to be doing really well, suddenly lost. And now at 2, oh, he lost twice actually. Okay. But Dr. Lennon is doing great, right? Right now he's creeping behind. So what happened in Ko's game? Okay. Surely, what is going on here? Let's go back again. So we have central rook versus, and okay, and this shape is awkward. I just realized what is going on here. So we will have trouble with this point somewhere in time. So immediately here, we will have trouble defending this square. I'm not sure how I feel about that. Yeah, that's great that we have Sakataryu without bishop exchange, without Mukaibisha, but that's like saying we're playing a chess with drops right now, you know? All right. So here, yeah, I would really go for that weakness, because if you guys ever see shape that's weird like this, you have to figure out, why didn't I ever see the shape? Like, what's awkward about it? And what's awkward about this is this square. Yeah, the silver and gold doesn't protect it. So we want to target that. Also this square, yeah. And generally, we don't want to attack from here because that's where the gold is strong, right? This is where we would go usually, but it changes our point of view here. And I think Ko had like the correct feeling of like going toward this side, but I think he could have went there, yeah. Here we could have considered getting more stability in the center, like a vanguard pawn type of a deal. Ask them, oh, what you gonna do with that gold of yours? No, the silver gonna go back, and then we could have regrouped. We got the center, maybe we can like, you know, make a higher castle, so on, like a long-term advantage of this gold is never gonna help you defend anything. And now we were a little bit in trouble because the silver is almost captured, but we found this great drop. If rook takes, I assume silver will keep eat those pawns. If bishop takes, silver goes up and then eat this pawn. So here I'm not, maybe knight drops, knight jump simply. So this was interesting play from Ko. But here we took this pawn, which allows this fork, right? Like fork with promotion, kind of. Normally the silver would go this direction rather, like toward the pawn, and we would be able to like defend a little bit more. And now this rook, you know, the question is, where does it go? And the most aggressive square would be here. And silver has a strong position right now, yeah? I don't know what is the best move, but let's say we take here, they take here. We regain the control over the vanguard pawn, and then we can pressure this gold. In fact, somewhere in the future, maybe this rook will be able to come here. So I think this slower play was better for Ko, and he did great with pawn drop 5-3. This was overconfident. Like, yeah, we have this line of attack, but this is 2 attackers versus 3 defenders. We're not gonna break through yet. Oh, but we have rook exchange. Okay. Nothing's decided yet. Okay. We are over-attacking a little bit. Here we're giving away the knight for the nothing. And here we're giving away the gold for the knight, right? Or here we have the fork, but we can defend, promote, take. Then they have bishop drop. Yeah, that's painful. So this shape over here, it's a very famous shape. We have this move, depending on the situation, which is even more aggressive than what Gabes played, which was here. Because if you take, and if you go here, this is a checkmate. The problem, I guess, is what if we go here, and this is checkmate threat with promotion knight drop. Or simple knight drop is terrifying. as well, because we threatened both this and this. So I think this would be good. Minus is the king can run there. But I think knight drop, following knight drop or bishop promotion, quite decisive as well. So yeah, I think this was a good move for Gabes as well. He promoted here instead. Cod completely cannot do anything anyway, okay. I could have considered moving the gold, maybe to chase the dragon. Yeah, knights are very... okay, we just skip this. Knights are very powerful in general, especially against both. It's a piece that's like under-evaluated in my brain, but knights come up with such amazing TTSeries. Knight is like a magician in Shogi World. Okay, pause. I think we watched this game on stream. Did we? No, we didn't. I don't think we did. Your favorite? I see. My favorite used to be bishop. It's easier to mate when you have knight. I agree. Yeah, because you dislike them in chess, which they are stronger in chess too. So here I was very surprised, because normally you would drop the silver instead of exchanging the bishops. And, you know, the bishop moves, the rook line is open. So, like, this is very painful. So I think here Gote was winning, basically. This was like over-aggressive, perhaps. I mean, sacrificing the pawn isn't bad, it's just that I think we're forced to take it with the pawn. Because here it's clearly losing, yeah? Oh! I like this move. I mean, alternative would be to push here, but they go back and the rook is dropped anyway. Okay, we could have moved back. But this looks cool. Okay, double attack. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. We just turned it around. Okay, this is very complex. Okay, our opponent is panicking and dropping all the pieces in defense. We should win this. Pawn drop. Yeah! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! So exciting suddenly. Yeah! Yeah. We also, by the way, have this fork. But, I mean... yeah! So excited for no reason. Alright, beautiful pass. Beautiful. Really like this one. Really good finish. Yeah, this bishop drop. Beautiful. Perhaps we had to... I mean, it's very unpleasant because we have no pawns. So maybe we can take a pawn here and try to defend, but I might be over... how do you say? Optimistic here. Why over optimistic? I'm scared of moves like this. Maybe it's fine. It's just a little bit scary, a little bit endgamer lookish, yeah. I feel like French people tend to have a strong sense of bishop drops for some reason. Suwaka says more than 1,000 years of Catholicism will do that. Yeah, I mean, if you have chess experience, I think it's natural to like use the bishops well. I guess we can just take, and the king survives, right? I mean, the question is, what is this? Why is this bishop blocking our dragon? But they have no way to approach our king. Yeah. Interesting, though. Okay. And the last one is we're gonna figure out why Dr. Lennon aced this game so easily. Oh, long time I didn't see this move. It's kind of a trap for this rook like that. That makes me excited for unknown reason of... okay, unknown reason. It's like a memory that I have in my brain. Yeah. We have to ask ourselves questions. Is this working? Yeah. Take. Retake. I guess we get bishop for silver, so that's fair enough, right? It's Ureshino-like position, but oh my gosh, Ureshino really teaches us the middle game, doesn't it? Maybe Ureshino is good training for middle game, now that I think of it. Telmarch was like, no, do not start your tips for beginners with Ureshino, but on the other hand, maybe it's the most exciting one. The question is, how do we capture this rook exactly? We need to bring this silver here, I assume. So the race to the rooks for the rook's life begins. And the silver dice. Okay. Yeah, I guess if we defend it, we drop the pawn, the rook escapes, push. The rook survives, right? Unless I'm missing something. Was it too much to try to do that is another question. Maybe we're one move behind to capture the rook. We also have this move. We could have had this move. The problem is they have this this yeah, but then they go back again. Yeah, it's difficult, but very interesting. Yeah. I mean, this is an option as well. Right now. Maybe this? If they take, we take. I mean, if they promote, we take, it's fine, but they have a bishop drop. And it makes it complex. We're fine. We go here. They take, we take, they promote, we run. They have two silvers, one talking. It looks rough, but I think the king is safe on this side of the board. The problem is they have silver in hand, and that could be the wild card. Like they could have a move like this or something, right? Like hard to predict what's gonna happen with that. I mean, I would wanna try something like, if I went for the pawn drop, I might as well try that, right? In fact, here I could go here because the bishop is protected by the rook. Yeah, why not, right? But yeah, this drop is like, I wanna drop the rook, but it feels bad. I want a silver drop, but the silver, there's no protection of the silver. This was gonna come here. It looks terrifying. Okay, anyway, we chose this line. Nice, at forking to pieces. Defending this promotes. I was assuming we're gonna jump the knight once, attacking the rook, and then take the knight, but yeah, that would be better, right? You know who stretched instead of myself? Something in my belly. literally, I read the stretch and it's like, punch! Lemon is getting bigger, guys. Drink, all right. In that case, lens drop would be better quality piece, no? Yeah, so similarly here, if once the king runs here, it's gonna be very safe. So it looks to me like Dr. Lennon here is in trouble. I don't understand why we didn't take this piece off the board. I mean, it's so important to take this, no? Like, just take all the pieces and you win. Yeah, and I think this made it more complex. But okay, not clear yet, not fully clear. Oh, guys, if somebody drops a piece like this, usually running away slows them down. But okay, here it doesn't. Take, slow down. No, the horse is powerful, we cannot take because of the dragon. Yeah, okay, maybe we have to take it all then. Oh, we found a mate. Beautiful. So yeah, I think around here Fujiwara had the advantage of the king's safety, but it was gone. Here we can run as well. Run early. Early escape is worth 8 moves. Yeah, if this was a checkmate threat, we go here, they go here, and then we checkmate, right? But it wasn't, so... I mean, we could try to do something like this, but this will come back, so it doesn't. Alright, anyway. We know why Dr. Lennon won, because of his amazing endgame Tsume at the end over there. And therefore, next time we will have him playing on table 2 against Ho. And we'll have 3 or even 4 amazing games to watch. Round 5, really getting exciting with all the games, yeah? I looked up your path of becoming a professional player for my students today. Oh god. And you said you skipped school to play Shogi. I'm not sure if that's a good thing to teach the kids. I mean, I wouldn't say that Shogi was the reason I skipped the school. Like, I had a lot of other problems in my life. Like in primary and secondary school, that would be like bullying. Then my parents got divorced. Well, my sister also, like, she had a lot of development problems. My twin sister. So it wasn't a very healthy environment, and like you need stable environment to like go to school every day. And I prefer to distance myself by playing on the computer, like doing Harry Potter online school, or eventually doing Shogi. And the school never like was interesting to me anyway. There were some classes I just enjoy skipping, let's say. I had like 2 or 3 friends at school too. And we got into Naruto together, then I found Shogi, then I tried to teach them Shogi. But I never liked school in general, I guess. Like, sure, I learned a lot, like, about chemistry and, like, listening, like, sitting down and listening to teacher speaking and taking my notes. It was great. But I couldn't, like, really... I would have to go to psychotherapy to understand it, basically. I don't know what was wrong, but... At some point, I preferred to play Shogi than going to school or doing homework. I think what I said in the interview is, like, doing homework at first, and I changed it to go to school, because both were true. But yeah, the fact was that I had a lot going on in my life apart from that. Yeah, I have a twin. We assume it's identical. Nobody knows actually, but we assume yes. When is school ever healthy environment? When it's a good school. Was it Shogi to no Naruto from Naruto to Shogi? Like when I were a parent and the teacher would be like, "Your kids does not concentrate, always distract itself and others." I'd be like, "Yeah, no wonder it's really boring here." When you were a parent, yeah. I see. No, I think I also had I don't know if I had ADHD or something like that. Like I would hyper focus on taking notes or opposite. Or I don't know. I might have had other issues as well, but I was too young to know. Nobody cared. My sister was more important because she had epilepsy, so I was left alone and I did what I could alone, which was listening to music and playing shogi, basically. That's how it felt. Even though she was a twin sister, she was a class lower than I was, or eventually in different school. Yeah. My life is a sad story, guys. Anyway, and then we got chinchillas at some point as well. And then I went to university and my parents divorced in the meantime because I think they stuck together until we get old enough or something like this. Parents think of this like that. And then I went to live on with my mother, my sister, and going to university basically. And university, at first I was very shy and again I didn't want to go. I skipped 2 months of classes. But then one day I started talking to people around me and I figured out, oh, you actually are interested in IT like I am. Unlike high school where people pretended to be interested in IT, took IT classes and played games all day. And I realized, oh, you actually guys like this. Oh, and you also like shogi actually. And then I think this is when it clicked for me and I finally found that university might be better placed than high school and secondary school and whatever. And in the meantime, I started joining real shogi tournaments and met Madoka and so on. It's only a sub story when you're trying to win a talent show by telling it, yeah. Yeah, but I mean, yeah, I'm not gonna pretend I understand how everything led to me being myself today, but it's just part of my reality, I guess. Speaking of which, we probably already, Telmarch and I were already speaking, if almost daily at that point as well, which is funny. How many years ago that was? Jeez, 10 years ago? 15 would be oversaying. 12 years ago? Lifetime away. Lifetime. It's all a part of beautiful tapestry that only one person in the history of the universe will get to weave. Well, hopefully. I hope nobody is sitting in my head right now. Unless you have, those personality traits, and you have 2 personality traits, then you could argue there is more than one person. But okay, I'm looking too deeply. That's a scary thought. Well, we all could live in a simulation, Yellow. Maybe someone in the future found a way to look in the past and they're just observing us. Dun dun dun. Who knows? Or maybe we're just all part of a big bang and it doesn't matter. Because the universe is expanding and it's gonna collapse or whatever. It does. The truth of fact is nothing of this matter anyway. Just live your life. Shut up and live your life. Yeah, you can argue that we are part of cells with chemicals in our brain and we really don't have a free will and we're just robots or whatever. That I heard this thought once and it made me think really deeply. But then I decided, so what? I just have to live with it. I'm just a Shogi variation in someone's brain. Oh no. That must make sure you are the most fun mini game in the simulation. You can arrest me. You haven't even conclusively proven that we have agency. Yeah. Anyway, we're getting slowly towards nihilism and other stuff. And oh gosh, all right. Why did we go this way? Ah, yes, because my childhood was depressing. Oh, not really. No, it was depressing. I should admit it to myself. It was pretty depressing. Anyway, I'm much better now. Because it's not about where you come from, but where you are going yourself, right? I never changed my name here. Oh yeah, because I decided I'm gonna change all my names after I get the permit, and I'm not getting the permit because they're delayed everywhere. I'm gonna wait 1 more month for something. Nihilus already sounds like a great stream in the making. Oh god. I never studied those topics, and there will be people who knows more, and then we're gonna have like this crazy discussions, and then I know where this is going, but not sure if we should go this way. Changing the topic of the stream to philosophy talk. Yeah. You're the 19th pawn left behind in the box. Oh no. I mean, hey, that's quite comfortable. You don't have to join the war. You don't have to betray your own king by being in the opponent's comma die. No, you just sit in the box and you're like, la, 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 la. You know. Speaking of pawns, I think he's playing his TTS game right now. Spoilers! I got hungry, unfortunately. I think I'm gonna finish the stream and stuff my mouth with bananas. If you ever wonder why the password is banana, it's for 2 reasons. 3 reasons. 1, bananas are delicious. 2, banana is the international word. 3, I really like bananas. I might eat banana. Potassium, yay! Imagine being pawn that you got lost. You're never gonna find your shogi set ever again. They just dropped you by the road. Never gonna find you. One day we are all going to Komoda. I once saw Watanabe, after setting up his pieces, decided to replace own pawns he originally chose with one of spares. Yeah, that's normal. Actually. Pretty normal. Imagine being rejected. Yeah. Alright, good luck, Zig. Severe case of stegoma. Do I have anything else to do? Let's see, today we just did that. Today I said I wanted to do the Ureshino, maybe. Put the Ureshino book out. Yeah, no! Don't die, Ishida book. Oh, you're not Ishida book, you're the central rook. Yep, that's the plan. Hopefully tomorrow I will come with video. Saturday, turns out I was wrong, and we go to see apartment in the morning, so I think we're gonna be streaming anyway. Like normally. And I will see you there. it's not apartment hunting. We already like we kind of bought like contracted for it. We're just gonna see the model apartment, like because they're building it and like they have an apartment that's gonna be like, this is like example apartment's gonna look like, and then we go there with 50 people and then we take a look and then we get a feel for our apartment that's in the building, and then in a few months we'll be able to go there. Actual apartment. Yeah. All right. Thank you, Content. Thank you, everyone. Hopefully I didn't scare you off with philosophical talk. And I will see you on Saturday with the pro games as usual. Goodbye.